Hello and welcome back to this massive open online course on Linux applications in engineering education. I am Dr. Amit Dogar, and in today's lecture we will set up a web server and host a simple website on Linux. By the end of this lecture you will be learned to understand how web servers work, install and configure using Apache and Nginx, and we will learn how to host a simple web page and verify it through a browser. So this is a key skill for engineering applications and for engineers to build dashboards, IoT systems and data visualization portals. So web server is a software that delivers web pages over HTTP or HTTPS protocol. So popular Linux web servers are Apache and Nginx. So Apache has a rich and widely used, and Nginx is lightweight and high performance. When a browser sends a request, the server responds with HTML and other files to render the page. So common use cases in engineering as hosting dashboard, sharing experimental results, or publishing documentation or simulation data. So now I will demonstrate you how to install the Apache server. So here, now after enabling the Apache 2, we need to start the service. So the command is sudo systemctl start Apache 2, and already it's running stage. So we can check through the status command Apache 2. So it is already running. Now we can open the browser and write the localhost. So when we write here localhost, now it's running the Apache 2 default page. So now it's in the active state. Now we can view this is the default page, and now we are going to host the first page. So to host the first page, now to host we need to go to the directory where www.html, and here so I am renaming the default page to or index2.html, and now we are inside the directory, so we need to use the sudo to get the permission here. So what I have done here, I have removed the default one. So either we can remove or we can rename the default page. Now here we can create our own page. Let's say I am creating India is great, and I am appending this to the file index.html, and now we have to take care of the rights. So now here I have created the file index.html, and it should be readable and writable. So we can check the permissions here. This is an issue of the permissions, and now here I am creating the file index.html, and we can see the ownership of this file. So by default super user is the owner of this file, and as a user I am a user of student, so I can change the ownership of this file. Change ownership student index.html, and we can verify. Now we can see student is the owner of this file, and student can read and write. So now again I will run the command echo India is great. So now let's say multiple times I have run this command. We can verify the content of this file index.html. Now we on our browser we can again run or refresh the page. So sometimes there could be the issue of the local cache. So you can restart the browser and write the localhost, and still if you get the old page, in that case you can stop the service of the Apache and then you can check again on the browser. So again it's showing, so this could be the issue with the local cache. You can go to the browser settings and then you can clear the local cache over here. Or you can send for simple clear cache and then clear the browsing data. So you can say clear, simple write cache over there and then clear it. Then in the new browser you write localhost. So now you can see the content has been updated. India is great, India is great. So now here so we can create custom website and we can upload that custom website into the folder where www/html. So there you need to take care of the permissions and the ownership of the web server. Now next we will learn about the another web server, that is Nginx. So how to install the Nginx? So this is also very powerful and lightweight. So simple command is sudo apt install Nginx and it will install the Nginx. Then you need to start the services, but as already I told you, on one port only one service runs. So what we can do, we can stop the Apache service, stop Apache 2, and we can check also using the status command. So now you can see active, it is showing failed. So that means it has been stopped now. So now after the installation of Nginx, we need to start it. So again the same command is there, system control start Nginx, and we need to enable it, system control enable Nginx, and finally now we can verify. So default page will be Nginx. So we can replace the default page with the index.html. So now here so I am removing the old file index.html, and because there is a permissions issue, so I am using the sudo, and then I can create here echo welcome to Nginx, and we will create the new file index.html. So you need to take care of the permissions. So now even if you created the sudo, it's giving some permission. So that means we need to check the ownership of the file index.html. So it is showing it cannot be accessed, so we will use a sudo command, and we can see, okay, it was not created here. So we can create the file touch index.html, and before that we'll put the sudo command, and we can now verify who is the owner of this file, root. So again we need to change the ownership, change ownership, because I have logged in as a student, so I am changing the ownership as per my logged in user, so that we can verify who am I. So again now you can see here student is the owner of the index.html and he has the right to read write. So after that again we will run the command welcome to Nginx. Now we can verify the content of the file index.html. Now again we can refresh. So there now we got the output welcome to Nginx, welcome to Nginx. So now we will summarize what we have done today. So we have seen the role of web servers which can deliver content over the HTTP and HTTPS protocol. Apache and Nginx are popular and easy to configure, and we hosted a custom HTML site in the directory var/www/html, and in the next lecture we will learn about the Samba server, that is a setup for Linux and Windows file sharing. Thank you for watching.